Good morning, guys. It is Monday. Just finished up a 5-mile run. Did 10 this morning, 5 in strides this afternoon. Got off work a little bit early today as I had to go pick up my car. Blew a tire this past weekend, so my wife has been so generous to drive me around everywhere all weekend. But it was a long weekend, had the Unicorn Frappuccino, so sales were going through the roof. Crazy busy days, both Saturday and Sunday at Starbucks. But we get tomorrow off and we're going to do a workout. It's Tuesday, so that means double T. What we're really going to see this week as a whole is going to look similar, very, very similar to 2 weeks ago. Tomorrow we're going to do 5x2K and then 2x10 by 400. I think we'll go to the track for the 400s tomorrow for the first time. We will do a double, or not a double, but a treadmill threshold run on Thursday. So hopefully just to see some improved metrics from there. Saturday we're going to link up with Chris Treadmill. Got the word from Jacob, my coach, today that he wants me and Chris to link up, do a cut down to 5:30 to 5:20 pace within a 22-mile long run. So that's going to be great. We're also going to be just walking through my shoe rotation and let you see sort of what I run in, how many miles I'm able to get out of some of my shoes, because some of them I get a ton and they are in great shape. Some of them I force a ton and they're in not so great shape. So be able to see some of that for you guys. So hopefully an exciting announcement coming later this week, but we will see as the week unfolds. I'm going to sit down, get some water, and it's time to mow the yard. See you tomorrow. Back out here for another double threshold. Same thing as last week. So if you're here last week, we're doing the same workout, 5x2K. We're going to be out at Cardinal Run, whereas last week we were on the track. So splits may look a little different. I'm not 100% sure. Funny story, when I was looking at the splits, what I was supposed to run this week, found out that I 100% misread the workout last week. Last week ran 6:15 to 6:20. Was supposed to run 6:25 to 6:30. This week, probably going to try to just match what we did last week, but feeling the same. This is all about effort and being controlled. We're going to do lactate tests after 1, 3, and 5 to sort of get some measurements. Be rocking the Adidas Addy Zero Pros and the Tracksmith split shorts. They sort of coincide and match, so love that. But we're going to get started. First to 6:21 to 6:18. Heart rate only got like 155 on the second one. Honestly, felt a little bit higher. So probably gonna keep everything controlled about there. Stay in that 6:18 to 6:25 range. Chop it up as a solid day. Leg for a little fatigue. Heart rate was good. Lactate, not so much. Rate of 5.3. Legs probably felt about like that, but heart rate was under 160 if I kept going, but I'm not gonna let ego get in the way. We're gonna slow down.
Right. What's the internal dialogue when the workout gets hard and you gotta mentally get yourself to keep pushing?
Right now, it's about staying control. Pressure reps are a little challenging, but the goal of the double threshold is to be controlled. So honestly, it's about not overdoing these. Intentionally slowing down after the high reading of lactate, and then not worrying about the pace. We're looking for an adaptation, not a split today.
Probably a split.
Hopefully that increases the high heart rate. from the workout. Adrian cooked some eggs, some sausage. I made the lattes, but overall, solid morning. Probably average 623-ish for the reps. Had to back off after the high lactate reading, as you saw. But that's going to put us in a good spot for this afternoon. Probably just going to be hanging out through most of the day while Adrian works, and I'll work on some training plans and just be able to rest with the day off from Starbucks. And then I'm going to head to Asbury's Track to do some 400s later. Guys, welcome back. Big announcement I had to make was I have been afforded the opportunity to partner with Running Warehouse. It's just going to be a part of a team that I'm going to be able to be part of in a community. With that, I do have some gear that I just want to be able to show you my running rotation, what I run in on the daily, how I use everything, and how much I like each shoe. So you'll get to see a little bit more in the partnership going forward. For now, if there's any of these shoes that you're interested in, please click the link that will be down in the description below. But first, what do I run in every day? I have a wide variety of shoes that I've put a ton of miles in. I sort of honestly force more miles out of my shoes than I should. But I really love the Nike Vomero series. So these are the original Vomeros, have probably 400-ish miles on them. In still decent shape. I don't like to go on much longer than like an hour in these at this point because I've put a ton of miles in on them so far. But what are more fresh is the Nike Vomero Plus. Absolutely love these just as an everyday trainer. They have a little bit of pop, but also they are pretty soft. So a nice, soft, and responsive shoe. Obviously a little bit more stack to them than the normal Vomero. The Vomero Plus, just absolutely love this shoe. Great shoe overall. But the bread and butter, arguably my favorite shoe, and what I argue is the best dollar for dollar shoe you'll get on the market, is the Nike Vomero Premiums. I have two pair because I've absolutely loved the shoe so much. After getting a navicular stress fracture last fall, I wanted a shoe that would protect my feet and protect my legs very well. And this shoe being, I think like 55 millimeters of stack height, as I say on the back, not World Athletics approved, has been an absolute save for my legs when putting in high mileage and putting in a lot of volume. This shoe does come at a higher price for a normal trainer, but one thing that is a huge plus, if you see the bottom of these shoes, they're not in horrible shape. These shoes have 800 miles on them. So dollar for dollar, I'm able to get the most mile out of these shoes. They are a little bit heavier. They're not anything I would ever want to do a workout in, and your ankles have to be pretty strong and stable because there is so much stack to them. But I'm able to get a lot out of these shoes. I bought a newer version just to not put a ton of miles in on 800-mile pair of shoes. But yeah, that's the Nike Vomero lineup. The other two, like daily trainers that I have in my lineup, first is going to be the Brooks Hyperion Maxes. I'll use these more honestly for warm-ups or for just like a shorter run. I don't necessarily love the Brooks Hyperion Max. It's a little bit heavier. There is a plate in this shoe. So I have athletes that will wear it and do like it for a workout shoe because of the plate. But overall, because of how heavy I feel like this shoe is, I like it if I'm trying to run a little bit faster on an easier run. I like it to warm up for my workouts just because I can get moving a little bit more as I'm getting going with that speed vault plate. And then my other daily non-workout shoe is going to be the Asics Mega Blast. I actually just bought myself a new pair of these. Hopefully they will be in later this week. These have around 400 miles on them. I love this shoe for a long run. I actually save these shoes for Saturday long runs, usually when I'm not doing quality, but I'm trying to just get long, steady miles in on them. So overall, love the shoe. Have put quite a bit of wear and tear on them, but I'll get probably another 100 or so miles in on them, but mainly just easy runs, not steady runs. One of my favorite shoes overall in this whole lineup. Next, we're going to get into our workout shoes. So workout shoes, one of the staples that I use for shorter reps, mainly in this video, you'll see here coming up next, you'll see me doing my 400 meter threshold session in these shoes. And with that, this shoe does have a carbon plate. It is a little bit less stack. I like it because I can protect my ankles and my calves, but also not rely so much on a super aggressive shoe. I will also do workouts in the Adidas Adios Pros. The difference with that, the one thing that Adidas does differently about their shoes is they have a carbon rods instead of a singular carbon plate. I feel like I get a good bit out of these shoes. I did my long run in this video in these shoes. I did my double threshold, the 2Ks that you just saw in these shoes. They're a great workout shoe. I like them for the price tag I got them at $160 when I got them pretty discounted on Adidas's website. Don't necessarily love the shoe, but Adidas currently does have the fastest shoe in the world with the world record holder wearing them. My next two shoes are for workouts. Aren't used a ton anymore. Like I talked about last week, I have the Nike Alpha Fly 3s. I raced, these are mainly just former marathon running shoes. I like the Alpha Fly series. Just bought a new pair of these. These are officially retired. The Nike Alpha Fly 2s, which you can't get anymore, are a great shoe as well. I'll do some workouts in those. They honestly have lasted longer than the Alpha Fly 3s, but Alpha Fly 3 is going to be my big workout shoe because Running Warehouse currently has them on sale before the Alpha Fly 4 comes out in a few weeks. So if you want a discounted pair of Alpha Fly 3s, go grab them now. And then my race shoe. I will do a few workouts in these leading up to the marathon is the Puma Fast R3. This is what my marathon, half marathon, 5K, and 10K PR are all in this shoe. It is a very aggressive shoe, so it's not going to work for everyone. You do need to strengthen your calves and ankles quite a bit when you're going to wear this over the course of a marathon. But it's been a great shoe for me personally. I will race in a new version of these. I will get another pair off of Running Warehouse before I before I run my next marathon. These will be a workout shoe. Usually that's what I do. I buy race shoes and then I retire my old race shoes into workout shoes. I don't like to race on shoes that have more than like 50 or so miles on them. But for the most part, that's my shoe rotation. If there's any shoes you have questions about, please comment in the comments below. I will answer any questions that you may have. But in the description, I'll also just leave a link if you want to check out any product off Running Warehouse. That's one thing Running Warehouse is a great marketplace for fuel. It's a great marketplace for clothing and your shoes. You can find about anything on there. They also have excellent deals. Use the link below in order to get to Running Warehouse and check out their selection. Heading out to Asbury Track for our second session today. So first time doing these 400s on the track because usually in the afternoons I don't want to drive 30 minutes to Versailles. But 20 minutes away is Asbury University, and Wesley, who was featured in the channel about 2 to 3 weeks ago, he is the assistant coach at Asbury, and he got off work and said he was able to open the track. So I'm going to meet Wesley out there, which is going to be nice to be able to have somebody to warm up with and then be able to be on the track for some 400s. But we'll talk about the workout later this morning. I'm feeling pretty good coming off of it. Pretty much just got to put my feet up all day, work on some training plans and some just business plans for Glory Running, work on some content, and yeah, just eat and refuel. But we're going to get this workout done, a 3-mile warm up and 20 400s, and we will be back. All right, wow, that was a little crazy. Just signed off saying I would see you after the workout, but I'm going to see you before because right before I left the house, I was reading an article on Facebook about a guy that the Nicholasville police were looking for behind Lowe's. Well, to get to Asbury's track, I had to drive by Lowe's. And as I am driving by, I see the Nicholasville police tase this guy and put him in handcuffs. So got to see the takedown in action. I think that'll get you pretty hyped up for a workout, if I had to say so myself. So got about a 10-minute drive. We will get there and knock this thing out.
Yes, sir, Corbin. There he goes.
Well, a great day overall. 22 miles on the day. The second workout was probably the best 400 workout that I have had so far. The 400s are probably average 71, 72. Heart rate only got up to like 163, 164. So that was good signs. And I stayed moving between all 400 reps. So I did a little walk jog for the 30 to 35 seconds. But yeah, that felt really good. Honestly, felt a lot better than this morning, and it was nice to be able to do those 400s on the track. So shout out to Wesley. Also appreciate Wesley getting some footage of that workout. But fun day, recovery day tomorrow, and we will be on the treadmill on Thursday. All right, we are back at Planet Fitness this morning. We just finished a warm-up, did a 3.5, 4 mile warm-up, and then we are back on the uphill treadmill doing 8 by 5 minutes. Last time we started at 7:20 pace, and then I bumped it up, but also bumped up the incline. So this time looking to probably start around 6:50 and progress from there. We'll see how it goes. But this is the workout for today. Just another 8 by 5 minutes, as we will be joining Chris this weekend for another quality long run. So another 40 minutes of threshold, but being uphill is gonna just save some of that pounding. So Adrian got me into Planet Fitness, warmed up like 2 miles here, and then finished up on the treadmill. Sorry for all the Strava junk, for all the people that don't like a bunch of Strava uploads, but we're gonna be warming up, cooling down outside, workout on the treadmill. Here we go.
It was good.
Took us about 20 minutes to get heart rate up, but second 20 minutes, we work 6:18 pace. Gonna keep cutting down. All right, guys, finished the workout this morning. Extremely pleased with how it went. Ended up getting around 6.5-ish miles in of quality this morning. That was with the 8 by 5 minutes uphill on the treadmill, and averaged about 6:20-ish pace between all the reps. My heart rate stayed pretty low throughout the whole time, so I think we'll continue to make pace adjustments as we do this workout, starting a little bit faster. As usually I run threshold around like 157 to 167 heart rate, and I didn't get over 160 until the very end, and I was running like 545 to 550 pace. So continue to make adjustments, but overall really good day. Got home, had some breakfast, made some breakfast tacos this morning, let the dogs out, and then quickly got to work. But we're gonna head into work just for a few hours today. I have a dentist appointment later today, so get off early. I have about an hour between my dentist appointment and getting off work, so hopefully I'll be able to sneak in my second 5 mile run. If not, we'll do it after the dentist. And then my dad's in town, so gonna get dinner with my dad, and then we'll get back home. But wanted to shout out one of my athletes, Bill Hillock. He has so generously loaned me a DJI camera to sort of just to help out with some of this content creation, and so really excited to be able to get to use that. Bought like a lens cover and bought a SD card so I can start making it and start using it. So yeah, thank you, Bill. Hopefully we'll probably try it out tomorrow, and then we'll probably take it with me on the long run this weekend, as I'm heading back to Louisville to link up with Chris. We've got a long run cut down. We'll get into that on Saturday morning, but super thankful. I'm super excited to be able to continue to grow this platform. So appreciate you, Bill. It's been a good morning. It's going to be a great day. It's a great day to have a great day. Been thinking a lot this week about what separates the good from the great. And I really think there's one metric that does that, and that's consistency. Consistency is showing up each and every day. It is showing up, not even just doing the work, but being within 1% of your best every day. That was something I heard on a recent podcast. Pete Julian said is the best runners that he coached, on their bad races, they were still within 1% of their very best day. I also heard another podcast with Connor Mintz here recently talking about his journey with the Lord and relating that to his running. And one thing that Connor does is wakes up and gets into scripture every single day. Think about how much greater whatever your pursuit will be when you show up and do it every day. If that's your relationship with the Lord, if I just spend time with the Lord every day in prayer, in reading my word, I'm going to have a much deeper relationship with Jesus Christ. If I want to be a better runner, I got to show up and I got to run my miles each and every day. For me, the biggest fault has come in trying to stay healthy. So sometimes that means making smarter decisions and not overrunning workouts. But just show up, put your shoes on, get out the door, whatever your pursuit is. That's your weekly motivation. All right, first video on the new camera. Adrian and I are heading up to Louisville, about 10 minutes out. I don't know if you can see her. But we are going to be able to link up with Chris and some of the guys up here. Today we have 22-mile long run. That is going to be the longest run so far of the block. Goal is going to be to cut down from 610 down to 520. A lot cooler of a day. It is not even 70 degrees yet, so should be a lot of fun. Super excited. Have a long day ahead. We're going to do the long run. Adrian's going to be able to crew us on the bike, and then we'll close out work today. But should be a fun run. Having a pretty big group to link up with and do a lot of the last section of the workout with Chris as he is tuning up for the Berlin Marathon here in like 5 or 6 weeks. So it's going to be a fun day. Now we have it, so we usually, I've heard things I think $150. And yeah, like first place is the K. Oh, okay. So that's why I'm going. I'm like, I have last year was the 230. Mooring around the lake. So it was cool, but it was also like, once I've seen this, I'm like, I don't know if I don't want to come back. Yeah. I'm 40 miles deep and I'm starting to get cooked. Like, yeah, that's big. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we were, yeah, the whole time. I'm fine. Go girls. Got them. They got a lot of fun. Yeah. Okay. They're heavy too, but yeah. I got them after I got the stress fracture. Yeah, I got it when I got my stress fracture kind of ridiculous. Yeah. Picked up. Got it. He's still for free, didn't he? Yeah, yeah, cool. And then I got up to like 2 people. My workout would normally just say like a mile at marathon pace. Oh, it's not going to go by fast. Yeah, it does. It's going by really fast. We'll grab it. Next time we're going to grab a drop. Yeah, no, it's fine. 7 minute per mile warm up into a 540. Yeah. Try to like started 5 minute mark.
I've been feeling you, dancing like with 3 feet stuck in the air, underneath the moon. So darling, make a move. Since when is it too soon? So feel like you're forever, baby.
finished up the long run and now grabbing some breakfast. Yeah, great run overall with Chris. Such a fun time to be able to come up here and just have somebody to run with and push with. I'd say overall we probably averaged 18 miles at 5:40 average. Did the last 4 miles. I went 5:18, 5:19, 5:23, 5:20. Goal was 5:30 to 5:20, and so average right at 5:20 there. We're in a good spot. Chris is feeling great with him having 5 to 6 weeks to Berlin. I'm about 16-ish weeks out, and that's my first, I guess, actual big marathon workout. So really feeling great. Pretty solid week. Going to end at 106-ish miles after a little shakeout tomorrow. But it's been a great week.